Herkese merhabalar. University of Nottingham Üniversitesi ile düzenlediğimiz işletme, finans ve ekonomi üzerine olan webinarımıza hoş geldiniz. Ben İmran Mehmet, British Education Bureau bir web firmasında eğitim uzmanı olarak sizlerle birlikteyim. Bugün İşletme Fakültesinden yetkilimiz Dean Wallace'la ve aynı zamanda Isabella Sims'le birlikteyiz. Size ben sözü yetkililerimize bırakmadan önce çok kısa webden bahsetmek isterim. BEB olarak biz Nottingham Üniversitesi'nin Türkiye'deki resmi temsilciliğini yapan kurumuz. Temsil ettiğimiz üniversitelerin Türkiye'deki tanıtım faaliyetlerini gerçekleştiriyoruz. Üniversitelerin Türkiye'deki organizasyonlarına destek veren kurum olarak faaliyet gösteriyoruz. 2002 yılında Oxford'da kurulduk. İngiliz ve Türk kuruculara sahip bir yapımız mevcuttur. Son 20 yıldır İstanbul, Ankara, İzmir'deki ofislerimizde öğrencilerimize hizmet sağlamaya devam ediyoruz. Uzmanlık alanımız tamamen Birleşik Krallık eğitim sistemidir. Üniversitelerin giriş şartları, başvuru süreçleri, vize ve konaklama aşamaları boyunca öğrencilerimize detaylı bir şekilde desteğimiz sürüyor. Tüm danışmanlık ekibimiz Birleşik Krallık eğitim sistemine hakim. Bu konuda devamlı olarak eğitimler almaya devam eden uzman bir kadrodan oluşmaktadır. İngiltere'de, Birleşik Krallık'ta 130 tane toplam üniversite bulunmaktadır. Biz BEB olarak 90'ının Türkiye'deki resmi temsilciliğini yapan kurumuz. Temsilciliğini yaptığımız üniversiteler için de tamamen ücretsiz bir danışmanlık hizmetimiz bulunmaktadır. Bizleri bu sayfalardan, internet sitemiz üzerinden, Instagram ve Facebook üzerinden takip edebilirsiniz etkinliklerimiz için. Aynı zamanda Ankara, İstanbul, İzmir ve Lefkoşa'daki ofislerimize bu numaralardan ulaşabilirsiniz. Sorularınız olduğu zaman chat box üzerinden yazılı olarak ya da el kaldırma butonuyla sesli bir şekilde bizimle paylaşabilirsiniz. Thank you, Dane. It's yours now.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I'll just share my screen for you. Fantastic. So yeah, thanks for coming along to our webinar today. Thanks for the introduction, Imran. My name's Dane. I'm International Relations Manager for Nottingham University Business School. And I'm also joined by my colleague Isabella Sims, who is the International Relations Manager for your region at our university as well. So today I'm going to talk mostly about our postgraduate master's courses in business, finance and management, but also in economics as well. And we've also got some information on PhD study here at the University of Nottingham as well. So first of all, first question we always get asked is, where is Nottingham? So we're right in the heart of England. We're about an hour and a half north of London, in an area called the East Midlands, very close to some great national parks, the Peak District and also Sherwood Forest. And we're only about 1 hour away from the UK's second biggest city, Birmingham. So a nice kind of central location, very well known student city. So we've got actually one of the largest student populations outside of London. There's actually 2 universities in the city. So yeah, very well known in the UK as a student city here in Nottingham. A little bit more about the university, so why you might choose Nottingham. So we were a founding member of what's called the Russell Group. So this is a group of elite universities here in the UK that are research intensive. We talk a lot about our research because it's actually our researching professors who teach you. So quite often what you learn is actually at the very forefront, the cutting edge of the subject that you're learning about. We're also in the UK top 20 in kind of 3 of the major rankings. We were the first university to establish an enterprise zone. So this is where we work very closely with small to medium enterprises, SMEs, to improve business. We've also got the highest ranking in the Teaching Excellence Framework for the quality of our teaching. As a business school, we're soon to be triple accredited. That's due later this year, but also for our 2 main subject areas, accounting and finance and business management, we're in the UK top 20 as well. Our School of Economics is ranked even higher actually, so we're quite well known for these areas, and we're actually number 6 in the UK for research power. Again, our research power is very important in our teaching. A bit about our philosophy, so how we look to develop our students. So of course we look to develop you academically. That's why you come to study, learn new things, deepen your knowledge about certain areas, but also we look to develop you professionally. So one thing that we want to do, particularly at master's level, is to make you as employable as possible by the time you leave us, and I'll talk a little bit more about our career service later, but also develop you personally. So I myself, I've studied abroad, Bella too. So it's a new experience for students who may not have been out of their home country before. So it's a real personal journey as well, and we have a lot of support for you there as well. Again, I'll talk about that a little bit later, but that's kind of these three areas that we look to develop you. So yeah, straight off with a kind of list of our courses in the business schools. We've got about 20 different master's courses in all kind of major business areas, and the whole point is, no matter what your background, so it doesn't matter what you have studied for undergrad, there should be a course to suit you, both specialist or general. So even me, I actually studied modern languages at university for undergrad. I could still take our masters in management, masters in international business, marketing, because they're designed for students who have not come from a business background. So if you've got a bachelor's in engineering, computer science, and this, we still have some great business courses for you. Equally, if you have studied a business subject, or maybe finance and accounting, something like this, industrial engineering, we have the specialist courses such as the full finance courses there, or our specialist operations management courses as well. We also have a lot of research interest around entrepreneurship. So we have a world-leading research centre called Hayden Green Institute. And this is not just for students who want to start their own businesses or expand their own businesses. Entrepreneurial and innovative thinking is very much a skill set that employers are looking for more and more in their workforce as we look to tackle challenges in innovative ways. So that's a really good springboard into a wide range of careers. And then the course in yellow, that's our new financial technology course, which I've got a bit more highlighted here. We're actually running a webinar in the next couple of weeks with BEB to find out a little bit more about fintech as it's known. So what we're looking to do is, this is basically, we've launched this in response to market demand. So we know that businesses want their employees to have skills in this area, but we also know that students want to study this. So as financial institutions are increasingly utilising advanced digital technology to transform the way they work, they need skills in this area. And that's all across the world, not just here in the UK or in Turkey, it's all across the world. And with this, new business opportunities are constantly emerging. So we're looking to train students to become what we call hybrid experts, by having integrated understanding of how the technology is used in a financial context. So if you're you don't have to be from a financial background at undergrad, you can come from a computer science background, for instance. This is very much a course you should take a look at, but there's more information from BB on the webinar that we're running about that. Just quickly as well, if anyone has any professional experience, so at least 3 years of management experience, we also have our full-time MBA, Master of Business Administration, which again is a great way to kind of enhance your career, or maybe change your career, which some of our students do. So yeah, if anyone's got professional experience, do consider our 1-year MBA as well. Most of our courses are accredited by the relevant kind of industry standard bodies. So for instance, the Chartered Financial Analysts Institute or the Chartered Institute of Marketing. So quite often what can happen is a lot of these organizations offer professional qualifications, and if you take certain modules with us, you are then exempt from some of the exam papers for these professional bodies. Again, this looks excellent on your CV and makes you hopefully more employable with this. Alongside these professional qualifications, we also run digital professional skills qualifications run with SAP and Microsoft. And these are kind of extra skills and qualifications you can take alongside your masters to enhance your learning and develop your digital skills. Again, to give you these extra skill sets and make you more desirable in the employment market. These are quite economical, so if you take some of these qualifications on their own, they can be up to £2,000 or £3,000. But because we're an accredited centre, all you would do is pay a couple £100 for the exam, and we can support you through that. So yeah, some real opportunities there to enhance your career prospects, skills. We also have a dedicated postgraduate careers team. So these are actual qualified careers consultants who can help you no matter what you want to do. So some of you might want to take advantage of the post-study work visa here in the UK. So students now have up to 2 years of stay back after they graduate to work here in the UK, get some UK experience on your CV, or you might want to return home to Turkey. You might want to go out to Hong Kong or any other financial centres. We can help you what you want to do. And of course, it's lifelong career support. So no matter whether you're studying with us now or you're kind of 5 years after graduation, you want to change your career, you can come back and get the help and support from our team. With this, we run exclusive careers events, networking opportunities, quite a lot of work experience opportunities as well. Quite a lot of our students, to be honest, may have a job already lined up for them before they graduate through these careers fairs. So yeah, some great opportunities with that. And also we have talks from legal experts for those of you who are considering staying here in the UK and taking advantage, like I say, of that 2-year stay back after you graduate. To back this up, we have some very good statistics about our careers. So 88.8% of our students found work within 16 months. Or further study, so this is way above the university average, and our average salary is about £41,000, so about 750,000 Turkish lira, so 760,000 Turkish lira, which is a very healthy average starting salary. And of course, you would join a network of about 19 or 20,000 alumni or graduates around the world, including, of course, in Turkey. Some good examples here of where our students go. So on the left there, they're the types of roles our students will go into. You can see there's a huge variety of different roles that our students go to, but also some extremely recognizable names there on the right hand side. And that's all across the world. So it might not just be Barclays here in the UK, that could be one of the Barclays offices elsewhere in the world. Similarly for KPMG, EY, those very recognizable names. So basically, we know that our students are desirable to employers. The university is actually in the top 70 in the world for targeted graduate employment. This means that if an employer sees you have a Nottingham degree, they know this is a good degree and you have the skills and knowledge you need to succeed in the world of work. So some good credentials we have in that area of careers and employability. A little bit about where we are. So we are based on Jubilee campus. You can see behind me as well in my background. My office is just in this picture in the background as well. Well known for its innovative architecture. It was built in around the year 2000. Very eco-friendly buildings. We've got a lake there, as you can see. We win awards for our sustainability. So we've had a Green Flag Award for consecutive years, which award for clean and sustainable parkland. And we're also home to other departments such as computer science, education, and our English language as well. So it's a very diverse and vibrant campus to live and study on. Some more pictures there. You can see very natural surroundings. We are a campus university, but we are still within the city boundary. So 10 or 15 minutes on a bus, you are in the city centre. So you actually benefit from both the advantage of living on a campus, but also close to the city centre as well, and the amenities there. So very well known. Talk a little bit now about our School of Economics. So we are a little bit different to some universities. So we have a separate School of Economics who are very, very highly ranked as well. So we're actually in the world top 50 for economics and number 6 in the UK. So extremely well known for our economics courses. And yeah, top 100 worldwide in the QS World Rankings. Very good for economics. Here we have some of the courses that they offer, so quite similar to the business school, but you have some very specialist courses such as behavioral economics, econometrics and economics and data science, financial economics, and of course, if anyone is interested in a PhD, we can support PhDs in this area. That's what our academics are researching. So a great range of general and both specialist economics courses there. Same as the business school, they're all 1 year long. That's typical for the UK, starting in September. So in just 1 year, you have a master's qualification. So actually, it's quite an economical use of your time, if you like. With just 1 year, you will be master level. A little bit more about the entry requirements. So we look for, depending on the university you went to, so we look for, from a Turkish bachelor's degree, we look for a GPA of around 3, or if you went to a prestigious Turkish university, that may be 2.8. But of course, BEB are very well known and know a lot about the equivalencies, and they can help you to make sure that your qualifications are good for university. But also we have some pre-masters available as well. So for instance, you may not have a bachelor's degree in the correct area, or you may have below 2.8 GPA. You can then take a 1-year pre-masters to get you up to the level you need to go into a master's course. Similarly for PhD level, we look for you to have a strong master's degree in a relevant subject, including a dissertation, so a part of a small part of piece of independent research as part of your master's. The PhD entry process is a little bit different, so you will need to write a research proposal. This is incredibly important to your PhD application, and also identify potential supervisors at the university you want to study at. So this is true not just for Nottingham, but any university you apply to in the UK. Have a look at their researchers, have a look if they can support the area you want to do. Approach those researchers. It's quite appropriate to email the academics to ask, can you support my PhD? And then you would write a research proposal on what you want to do. So a little bit different there for PhD. But again, BB are very supportive of PhD applications and know the process very well. A little bit more on English language requirements. So we accept a wide range of qualifications. So IELTS is the most common, but of course also TOEFL, IBT, Pearson. Some of you may have taken an international GCSE, for instance. Typically for the business school, we look for 6.5 with 6 in each element. If you don't quite have that level, we also have pre-sessional English classes as well. From our in-house, we have our own English language teaching centre called the Centre for English Language Education. And you can come for a few weeks or a few months before, depending on your level, to improve your English as well. So there's a lot of English language support for you. A little bit more on student life. So again, I mentioned earlier in the presentation, we look to develop you and support you personally as well. So we have over 300 student-run clubs, societies and opportunities, including a Turkish society. Quite a lot of students come and study here with us in Nottingham, and more than 70 sports clubs. So it doesn't matter if you've played all your life or you want to take up a new sport, there should be something for you as well. And anything you can think of, from kind of music and dance, chess, right through to travel, and we even have a Quidditch team as well if we've got any kind of Harry Potter fans in the audience. I'm not quite sure how they play, but yeah, we apparently do quite well in Quidditch. City life, as I mentioned, we have one of the largest student populations outside of London. So as a consequence, it's a very young, modern, vibrant city. There's lots to do. There's a great kind of shopping scene, music scene, art scene, quite well known for a night out, if that's what interests you. But also we have lots of historic buildings, parks and gardens, excellent restaurants, including many Turkish restaurants, if you ever get kind of homesick for some home food. But also we have some world-class sporting venues, well, football, cricket, water sports, and things like this. So it's good on the social and personal side as well to be here in Nottingham. Talk a bit more about scholarships. So obviously funding is a huge part of your decision making on where you go and what you study. So if you take one of our business school courses, you may be eligible for up to £11,000. If you have a good GPA, so maybe kind of 3.2 and above, we would consider you automatically for up to £11,000 of the fee, around half. Importantly, we also have regional scholarships that students from any subject can apply to. And the important thing here is that you can combine them together with the business scholarship. So the regional award would be either £4,000 or £8,000 towards the fee, and we do get students every year who come with 2 scholarships. So I always encourage students to apply for everything that you're eligible for, in the hope that you'll at least get one reply. So yeah, and again, we've worked for a number of years with BUB, so they know our scholarships quite well and can help you with those applications too. And yeah, that's the end of my presentation. So thank you very much for listening. Hopefully you found that helpful. And I think we're taking questions now. Is that right, Imran? If anyone's any questions.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dane, for the great presentation and information. We can take questions. Türkçe sorabilirsiniz sorularınızı arkadaşlar. Yardımcı olabiliriz. Hem Türkçe hem İngilizce olarak. We can wait for a couple of minutes.
I can talk a little bit about kind of timing. So in the UK, typically master's courses run from September to September. So quite often we get asked about when should I apply. So for the business school courses, we are particularly popular. So I would always encourage you to apply as soon as you can. Of course, it's very normal for you to apply before you have an IELTS test. Most of our students apply before they have this. We just give you what's called a conditional offer. So you can come and study with us on the condition you get 3.0 in your bachelor's and you get your IELTS. So don't worry if you don't have an IELTS yet, that's absolutely fine. You can still apply. But also we encourage our students to apply as soon as they can, so you stand the best chance at a scholarship, particularly for business schools. Obviously, we only have a certain amount of funding for these scholarships. We would want you to have the best chance. So yeah, as soon as you can for that. And then, yeah, of course, you arrange your visa, etc. down the line. So no later than kind of June, July or August, I would say, in terms of getting your visa. But if you're looking for a scholarship, then as soon as you can would be my advice. In the business school, we still have scholarships available. So yeah, I would encourage you to think about that as well. If anyone's interested in a PhD, that's a little bit more flexible. We have maybe two or more entry points during the year. Typically, I think the next one is July. But again, if you're kind of ready to, we would encourage you as soon as you can. We have some more information on our website about PhD thing as well. But again, we've worked with BEB for a number of years now, so they're quite familiar with our structures. So yeah, we're still open, still have scholarships. So yeah, if anyone's worried about timing.
There is one question. Through applying master's degree courses, if our UG GPA is high and UG is lower than master's degree course, if it's working, if we have higher GPA for master's degree for applying PG courses, postgraduate courses at University of Nottingham.
Yeah, so we would look at your whole profile. So obviously, if you've got a master's degree, that's good, and if you've got a good master's degree, it depends on the department. So some departments, it depends on how popular the course is sometimes. So if you've got very popular courses which fill up very quickly, we may be a little bit stricter. I think the best thing there would be to share your information with BEB, and they can ask us and we can check with the professor whether or not we'll be able to consider you. Of course, you can do this before you apply, not a problem. We can look at that. So I think, yeah, it depends on the department and your profile. So yeah, if you would mind sharing that information with BEB, we can take a look at that. But quite often we can be flexible like that, especially if you've got a good master's degree that's obviously higher than a bachelor's and some work experience. Yeah, we can take a look at your individual case in more detail.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. So let's wait for a couple of more seconds.
I've got our email address on the screen as well. So that's our shared inbox that me and my team look after. So if you've got any questions that you think of later, you're more than welcome to send us an email. We can help you. But like I say, B2, as they're very familiar with our process.
Yeah. There is one more. And one of our attendees would like to know about new opportunities in the business environment, kind of financial opportunities, career opportunities. You mentioned about career ones, but it would be great to talk about business environment opportunities as well.
Yeah, so we do have quite a lot of opportunities to work with local businesses. So sometimes we work with local businesses where they will come to us with maybe a problem, and our students would take that on as a project. So they would use the theory they have learned in the classroom, and they would apply that to the real world to come up with a business solution. And some students can write their dissertation on that. Dissertation is your large piece of independent research that you do typically at the end of your master's. As I say as well, we also have an enterprise zone at the university. We were the first university to establish this with the government, and this is where we look to work very closely with local SMEs, small to medium enterprises, to enhance the local business environment and economy, and the students very much get involved in that as well. We also have the Hayden Green Institute, so that's our Institute for Innovation and Entrepreneurship. We run a lot of things through there, including we have an incubator centre where students can actually set up their own business if they like, and benefit from the expertise of our professors of practice. So these are professors who have come from the world of business as professionals, and now they work with our students to pass on their tacit knowledge, the knowledge they have gained from being business people. So yeah, exposure to real businesses is actually at the core of what we do, because we need you to see how the theory you learn in the classroom, how that applies in the real world. So yeah, we don't have any placements at the moment. That's quite typical for the UK because our master's courses are only 1 year long, so it's quite difficult to fit an actual placement in, but there are still many opportunities for you to interact and work with businesses at the University of Nottingham, and we always encourage our students to get involved with that.
Thank you. One more question. Can I, after the first year of Izmir Economics, University of Economics, continue the second year of bachelor's degree at Nottingham?
So again, that depends on the department. So for instance, in the business school, we don't allow what we would call a second year transfer. I'm not sure about the School of Economics. I think they're the same, so they wouldn't recognise the first year elsewhere. You would still have to start in the first year at Nottingham, but I can double check that for you for economics. But for instance, business school, unfortunately, we don't allow that. You have to start in year 1 at Nottingham, but we can double check that.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I think we covered all the questions. Thank you so much once again, Dane, for the presentation.
Thank you.
We hope to see you in Turkey face to face.
Absolutely.
Fingers crossed. Thank you so much once again, and have a great day for you.
Yeah, thanks very much. Thanks to everyone for coming, and yeah, let us know if you need any more help.
Thank you so much. See you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.